All right, to solve for the sector area, we're just going to plug in numbers to this proportion. So the arc length is part of the circumference, and the sector area is part of the area of the whole circle, and it's an equal part. So it's either like 1/2, 1/3, 1/6, 1/8. It might be more complicated, like 2/3 or 5/6. Okay, so we're just going to plug in what we know. So for this example one, the arc length is this curved line here, and it's 10.5. Then the circumference, the distance around the circle, is pi times diameter. Diameter is all the way across the circle, so 5 plus 5 more is 10. So we're going to do 3.14 times 10. And we get 31 4/10. The sector area is the area of this section or piece of the circle. We don't know it, so let's just use x. Circle area is pi times radius squared. So in a calculator, we're going to do 3.14 times 5 again. And we get 78.5. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. All right, then to solve this, we're going to cross multiply. So in a proportion, the cross products, so the answer when we multiply going across in both directions should be the same. All right, so if I multiply going this way, I'll have 31 4/10 times x. So I'll just write them kissing. Kissing means we're being multiplied. And then if we multiply in this other direction, we get 824 2500ths. So these have to be equal to each other. So then lastly, we're going to divide both sides by this coefficient of x, because any number divided by itself is 1, and then 1x can be written as just x. And then we'll divide over here, and we get 26 2500ths. I'm going to type that number into this yellow cell here. And when you either hit enter or click into a different cell, if you are correct, a little happy character will appear. All right, I'm going to scroll down and look at number 3. All right, so the arc length, that's the curved line or like the crust. That's 5 3800ths. Circumference, the distance around the circle, is pi times diameter. Halfway across is 6. All the way across is 12. So I'm going to do 3.14 times 12. And I get 37 6800ths. The sector area is the area of this piece. We don't know it yet, so we're going to use x to represent that area. And then the circle area is pi times radius squared. The radius is 6. So 3.14 times 6 times 6. We got 113 400ths. All right, and lastly, we're going to cross multiply. So we're going to multiply these two numbers together and these two numbers together. And it doesn't matter really which ones you multiply together first. Last time I went in this direction. This time I'm going to go in this direction. So if I multiply it diagonally this way, I get a lot of digits for this one. So 608, and then I have 4 digits after the decimal. I'm going to keep them all until the very end, and then I'll round if I need to. All right, then when I multiply this way, I just smoosh those two things next to each other. So 37 6800ths times x. And then lastly, to get this x by itself, it's currently being multiplied. So I have to do the inverse, and I have to divide by that number on both sides. Let's see, all right, and I'll plop that into a calculator, and we get 16 1400ths. Voila! All right, good luck.